Okay, so I'm going to read from Devorah on chapter 7, which is how a man should train himself in the quality of Tiferet. So, this upcoming week in Sefirot Omer is the week of Tiferet, so that's why I'm going to do this. This specific book that I'm reading out of right here, it's actually nice to study out of because there's some pre-reflection questions. And after each chapter, there's a summary of points and then some post-chapter reflections, which are very inspiring. So I'll just go and read Tomer Devorah, and I'll leave those alone. But anyway, how man should train himself in the quality of Tiferet. So there is no doubt that the quality of Tiferet, splendor, beauty, is engagement in Torah. However, great care is needed that man not become arrogant on account of Torah, for this would cause great harm. Just as he becomes arrogant, he also causes the quality of Tiferet, which is the Torah, to become arrogant and withdraw upward, God forbid. On the contrary, one who humbles himself through Torah causes Tiferet to descend and lower itself in order to bestow upon Malchut. Below Tiferet, there are 4 Sefirot, and in relation to them, there are 3 levels of conduct. So first, towards students. One who is arrogant toward his students causes Tiferet to become arrogant and elevate itself above Netzach and Hod, which are the taught ones of Hashem, the students of Tiferet. But one who lowers himself and teaches them with love, Tiferet also lowers itself toward its students and bestows upon them. Therefore, man should be pleasant toward his students and teach them as much as they can absorb. Through his merit, Tiferet will bestow upon the taught ones of Hashem according to their proper level. Second, toward the poor. One who is arrogant on account of his Torah learning and despises the poor man is in the incident with Eliyahu, who appeared to Rabbi Shimon ben Elazar as an ugly, despised pauper in order to test him, because his mind had become haughty and he disparaged the poor man. Eliyahu rebuked him face to face for his defect. This is Ta'anit 20a. So this causes Tiferet to become arrogant above Yesod and withhold its flow from it. But if the mind of the Torah scholar is settled with the poor man, then Tiferet bestows upon Yesod. Therefore, the poor man should be held in very high regard by the scholar, and the scholar should draw him close. In this way, Yesod will be valued by Tiferet above, and they will be connected. So third, toward the common people. One who is arrogant on account of his Torah learning, above the common folk, the general people of Hashem, causes Tiferet to become arrogant above Malchut and withhold its flow from her. Rather, his mind should be well mixed with the people, and all the inhabitants of the land should be important before him, because they are below in the secret of the earth. Because they are below in the secret of the earth. God forbid, if he calls them donkeys, he would lower them to the level of husks. For this reason, he will not merit a son. And I actually, there's a Ein Yaakov, where I just did a video that was related to that specific reference that he's making right there. He would lower them to the level of husks. For this reason, he will not merit a son who has the light of Torah, as stated in the Gemara, Nedarim 81a. He should treat them gently according to their way, just as Tiferet bestows upon Malchut and guides her according to her understanding. For the mind of women is light, Shabbat 33b. Included in this is that one should not be arrogant over anyone of weak understanding, for they are included in the category of the dust of the earth. For this reason, the early sages did not become arrogant on account of Torah, as in the incident of Rav Hamnuna in Parshat Bereshit, Zohar 1:7a, and the incident of Rabbi Chagai, Zohar 1:158a, and in the Tikkunim at the end of Tikkun 27 and 72b, where the old man whom they sought to kiss flew away, for he did not wish to become arrogant through Torah. The Torah study for the sake of heaven. So furthermore, when one engages in Torah study and discussion, he should direct his intention toward repairing the Shekhinah, to adorn and connect her to Tiferet, meaning to direct halacha toward the truth. So this is a dispute for the sake of heaven, meaning Chesed and Devorah coming together to reach Tiferet, which is heaven, to establish halacha in accordance with it. Any dispute that departs from the standard, he should separate himself from it, for Tiferet does not wish to become connected to the outside, even if it involves words of Torah. If it is for the purpose of quarreling, its end is Gehenna, God forbid. It's actually interesting if you know the history and the time and the city that he's actually talking about this. There is no dispute that does not damage Tiferet except a dispute in Torah for the sake of heaven. For all its ways are ways of peace, Mishle 3:17, and love in the end. One who derives material benefit from words of Torah damages this quality, for Torah is holy and he brings it out of the mundane. So when he engages in Torah for the sake of heaven, fortunate is his portion. The essence of everything is to refine one's mind through the crucible of thought, to examine oneself through discussion, and if he finds any trace of impropriety, he should correct it. He should always acknowledge the truth, so that Tiferet, the quality of truth, will be found there. And it's just extremely interesting if you know the time period that he's writing this. It's actually quite beautiful. But anyway, that's the end of this chapter. It's pretty small, but that's this week coming up. Thanks for watching.